Conscious Straight Talk with Katie and Lindsey.
Yes, hi. My name is Katie Hutchinson, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I'm also a certified mediator.
And hi, I'm Lindsey Kearns, the mama behind MalibuMamaLoves.com, and I'm also a conscious trauma-informed life coach.
Yes.
So today we're going to actually be doing part 3 of a series we've been talking about, which is cheating.
Yeah.
A really hard topic to get on, but it is something that, what did we say, like 1 in 4 people
At least.
cheated on?
A lot isn't reported, so I would say more.
Yeah.
1 in 3.
So, I
1
mean,
in 2.
it happens to a lot, and we sort of wanted to just talk about it, open the conversation up, and Katie very, very bravely has been sharing her story with us.
Mm-hmm.
And today we actually have, at this point now, it wasn't funny during the time.
No, it wasn't
Probably
funny.
very scary and confusing, and we're going to use this experience to sort of kind of break it down for you guys so you can see in your own experiences, you can relate where your brain was at, what was happening to you.
There was no brain. I was in the hindbrain, crocodile brain.
And as with everything in life, it's always easier with laughter. So we are trying to put a little spin of humor on this.
I find it to be really funny at this point. It's
At
not
this point.
funny.
It's not at the time,
It's
but
not
we
at the
want to,
time.
and which we also wanted to show and share with you guys that, you know, these bad things do happen, but years later you can look back on them,
And
you
you
can
can
reframe
laugh.
them. You reframe them and you can laugh and you can you say, you know what, that happened and I'm better for it now. I'm
You
stronger
use resilience.
for
Yes,
it. For
yes,
sure.
Exactly.
Okay, so part 3.
Okay,
This
part
is the
3. I
craziest
think there
part
might
of the
be a
story.
part 4 and a part 5 because there's a lot that went
Definitely.
on. Okay.
So no, I'm going to set the scene.
Because I'm not quite sure where we were.
On Wednesday, we left off. The police had just arrived. They separated you and your husband, and we left it there.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happened
Well,
with
no,
that?
and I think we went on to that one of the police officers was a friend or a family friend or somebody I knew. And so then I talked to him, and he told me that after the O.J. Simpson case that they have to take, he tried every which way, which I think I discussed the last time, to try to get me to admit that maybe something had happened to me, and I just denied it and denied it and denied
Yeah,
it.
because that protection part of us has mothers,
Yeah.
has women, has the, you know, protectors and the homemakers and all
Right.
of that. We go into protect our a mode where we don't realize the other person who has already done a very painful act and been caught cheating and hurting you, he's going to keep going in that direction. He doesn't have that protection, right?
Or doesn't
we
have
forget
that
that.
empathy, or doesn't have
Well,
that
he
guilt.
doesn't want to get in any more trouble, so he at that point is going to say whatever he can say to throw the blame onto you.
Right.
or
Plus,
the
he
other
knew
person.
about the judicial system clearly much more than I did.
Yeah.
I knew nothing.
Okay, so the friend
So
is saying
the
you're
friend
going.
is basically trying. But anyways, I just kept saying no, 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 because I just wanted them to go away so we could
Yeah.
continue with our cheating family situation. And so he informed me that after the O.J. Simpson case that they have to take one person in, and that they were going to have to take me in because I admitted to slapping, and that you know, I just kept going on about that I was slapping
And he had
him,
said
and he
he hadn't
deserved
done
it.
anything.
And he in the other room was saying, "Oh, I'm bruised, and she hurt me, and she was going to be a black belt in karate," and I really was. I was going for my black belt, but I found out I was pregnant. But still, he's 6'3" and I'm 5'3". If he really wants to hurt me, he can. And he did. So anyways, I just said, okay, let me put on my juicy sweats and my large Ugg boots, and let's go to prison, or jail, or whatever they call it. It's jail, right? Prison is long term. Anyways, one tip that I just want to say here is the juicy sweats and the Ugg boots were not enough. I would highly recommend something a little bit warmer. It is very cold in that environment, right?
Grab your parka and go.
Yeah, I mean, I would highly recommend bringing a large jacket. So anyways, I went downstairs, and they handcuffed me. I was about to say shackled. Same difference?
Same thing.
Okay, whatever. They handcuffed me, and they stuck me in the back of this police car. And we start heading...
On the night you find out that your husband was cheating on you.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I just have to keep putting that in
Right.
there 'cause it's so unbelievable to me.
Yeah, and I had a very strong worry because, like I had said to you before, I had a very big tennis match the next morning that was going to determine if we were going to go to the finals, and I had a whole team depending on me, plus my tennis partner, et cetera, et cetera. So I was very stressed out about this because I had to be at the tennis club at 9 a.m., fully dressed and ready to perform. You know, and that's a lot of stress.
So your hands are behind your back, and you've got to get their attention.
Right. So I needed to ask this man. I figured this was like a 2-hour procedure. They take some fingerprints or whatever, and then they just let me go. Right. Well, it turns out it's a little different than I'd anticipated. But anyways, so I couldn't, there's a partition, this plastic thing or whatever, in between the cop person and the
front and back seat.
The criminal. I guess I was the criminal in the back seat. So I was trying to get his attention, but I couldn't. So finally I started taking my head and hitting the plastic thing to get his attention. So he opens it up and he's like, "Yes, ma'am." And I said, please. I said, "Please don't call me ma'am." I said, "That is just not what I want to be called right now. I need a miss." I said, "It makes me feel older, and it is a trigger for me, and I'm already triggered right now." And he's like, "Okay, miss." And I said, "Good, thank you. Thank you very much." I said, "Listen, I have a very important tennis match tomorrow, and I just need to know how long this whole situation is going to last, because I've got things to do." So, he kind of stared at me in this incredulous manner.
Yeah, and I think that's because your sympathetic nervous system was kicked into high gear.
Yeah,
you weren't thinking straight. And like, you think about it through his perspective. He just showed up. He doesn't know who you are. Your husband's saying you're a black belt. You're saying he's cheating awful, you know. Then they're taking you away, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta get to my tennis match." He's probably like, "What is, you know?"
He thought,
but that's what a lot of people think. You were
crazy.
in severe trauma.
Yeah.
You were not thinking right, and your brain was not processing properly.
Right. Exactly. So he said, "This could take a while," and then he shut the partition back on me, and I was like, okay. I still didn't put it together. I figured, even if I get out at 4 a.m, I can go on, you know, a lack of sleep. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good under pressure. Yeah. So, anyways, we head to the, I guess it was the Ventura County Jailhouse?
Yep.
Yeah, somewhere around there. I don't know. Anyways, he opens the door and he's like, "Okay, is there anything else you want to say? Because I'm going to record it." At this point, I thought, I don't think I've said the right things. I think maybe I better say something about how the husband had hurt me. So I said, "Okay, well, he slapped." So I lied for him, okay? I said, "I just wanted to, I wanted you guys to go." I said, "So he slapped me, and, you know, he choked me and almost killed me, but, like, no big deal. Like, just record that, and then let's move on." And he's like, "Okay." So he records that. He then moves me into this waiting area, I guess is what you would call it, and they chain me up to this metal bench. Well, I was like, "Guys, like, this is taking a while." You know what I mean? I figured, like I said before, that they would just fingerprint me and I would be done. Okay. I said, "You know, could we, like, hurry this up?" And they said, "We're going as fast as we can, ma'am." I said, "Miss." Miss. Okay. All of a sudden, then, this man is escorted in by another police officer, and this man appeared to be maybe in the gang member family. I don't even know how you say that.
Just a gang
member. Yeah, and not that I have anything against gang members. I totally get it. It's just, it frightened me a little bit. They're
intimidating.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, the pants were below the underwear, you know.
Yeah.
And I think I saw a teardrop underneath the eye, which I think means you murdered somebody. You know, you add a couple teardrops on how many people you've murdered. Anyways, I thought, you know, I don't think I want to sit really closely to this person because they put him right next to me. So
you're attached.
But I'm attached. So all I could do was just bend as far as I could. See, I'm almost out of frame. Yeah. I was basically bent at a 90-degree angle to try to get away from this man. He actually seemed to be very pleasant. You know what I mean? We didn't have a conversation or anything. Anyways, so finally they said, okay. They'd taken my fingerprints. They got me up. I was like, thank goodness this guy didn't murder me. Of course, he is shackled and whatever else. So they take me in, and they take all of my belongings. And I was like, oh, no, you can't take my cell phone because I need that because I've got people to call because of the tennis match. I got to let them know just in case. They said, you can't have your phone. I said, all right. So they then took my jewelry, asked me my name and all this stuff, and then they said, stand there and you have to take a photo. And I said, hold on, I'm not ready. I'd rather have a nice photo than a bad one. I said, and I don't have any makeup. They said, ma'am. I said, miss. They said, we don't have makeup here, okay? And I said, all right, well, let me get ready, because I was trying to kind of do an angle, and they said, head on. I said, I don't do well head on. So basically the picture is like this of me, you know, and I didn't, until I saw it later, it was beyond hideous. But I did say, like, can I get a second chance? Like, could we do a second take of this? That wasn't an option. And that
you're
was
just a number to them.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a bummer. And I really did. I felt
what a traumatic experience just to have. I mean,
yes.
You just feel so small.
I did. I felt like an animal. And I love animals, personally. I think they're number one in life. But I literally felt like a rat that they were about to do an experiment on. All of a sudden, I was just stripped of anything that I was. Like, anything that I've ever done in life.
After
any
finding
degree,
out your husband had been stepping out on you.
Yes. Any degree. I was a nothing. I was a piece of trash.
So they took you to the cell after this?
So then this female cop, a little bit more on the masculine side, it takes me towards this, I would call it a cage.
They do call them cages in there.
Yeah, okay, so it was a cell. There was an empty one to the left, but then there was just one with about 30 people in it, and I thought, why can't I have that empty one?
I can't believe they keep everybody together.
Yeah, that's scary. It was scary. I looked in there and I thought, oh no, I don't know if these people are going to like me, or am I going to be raped, or what's going to happen to me? Anyways, so the police officer, she had a rather masculine voice, and she said, do you have any piercings? And I said, well, I have ear piercings. Are we talking about ear piercings? I said, I have ear piercings. Do you have any others? And I said, no. She said, good. And then she said, do you have any tattoos? And I said, oh, no. She goes, good girl. And I said, thank you very much. Anyway, so then she opened the cage door, and I tried to resist, but she gave me a large shove.
You were going in.
I was going in, and I thought at this point, it is do or die, Katie. It is do or die. I was sort of huddled in the corner.
And it's probably like a reality, like, whoa, this is real.
This is real.
Happening.
All these people are staring at you. Yeah. I'm in the corner, huddled, thinking, do or die, do or die. Yeah. So one person out of the array of 30 said, hey, what are you in here for? And I said, for beating my husband up. And they're like, yeah! Now, there were some profanities that went along with that, but I will
were there
refrain.
men and women in the cell?
Oh, no,
or is it
just women. Just
okay, so they do keep
just
men and women
women
separate.
Yeah, and they said, what do you do? And I said, oh, I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. And they're like, yeah, man! And then the story continues. But I feel like we should stop there and do part 4. What do you think?
Jailhouse therapy?
Jailhouse therapy. Because a lot went on, and there's a lot to know about my experience. Yes.
Well, and it's, you know, and I love the bravery in you sharing this experience because, you know, we're laughing and we're talking about it. This was, what, 5-6 years ago now?
6 years ago.
So there's been a good amount of time in between for you to get to this level because it doesn't happen right away.
No.
And it is a hard thing. If you're going through that, reach out to us. If you want to share your story, reach out to us. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah, and so we'll start with me huddled in the corner, but they've obviously accepted me into the pack.
For what, 24 hours?
Okay, and
so
we will
see you
guys
on
Monday.
Monday. Hope you have an awesome weekend.
Have a great weekend.